So, moving on, we'll now focus on education. So according dito kay Mark Twain, no, don't let schooling interfere with your actual education. Alam naman natin na yung natututunan natin sa loob ng apat na sulok ng kwarto nyo, no, ng bahay nyo. Sa ngayon, habang nag-online class tayo, is hindi yan yung limitasyon ng tunay na edukasyon na merong i-offer. Lalo ngayon, napakalawak, no? Napakadami mong pwedeng pagkuhanan ng kaalaman. Hindi lang street smart or book smart eh. Hindi lang parang pwede nang may in between that you're both street smart and book smart. Lalo ngayon sa napakadami information na pwede mong makuha at the tip of your fingers. So the thing with education is, what is education? First and foremost, it's a social institution through which society provides its members with important knowledge, including basic facts, job skills, and cultural norms and values. Sa edukasyon, or through education, or educational institutions rather, we learn important knowledge, such as mathematics, the sciences, life sciences, humanities, social sciences, physical education, to name some, no? Yun yung mga importanteng kaalaman na hindi man natin nare-realize but at some point in our lives we'll be using it. Business, no? Economics, ganyan. That will be very useful kung ba mag-college tayo, magtrabaho tayo, and as we progress with our lives. And similarly, education is a place where we learn cultural norms and values. In terms of functions of education, first and foremost, purpose ng education or educational institutions is to transmit the cultural heritage. Yung mga specific cultural legacies, cultural beliefs, practices ng isang lipunan, yan ay pinapasa hindi lang ng mga family members or friends natin, but primarily through education. It is through education that we learn our cultural norms, the importance of the cultural values that we have. As early as elementary, no, pinag-aaral natin yung mga yamang tubig, yamang lupa, mga what do you call this, mga landmarks sa Pilipinas, yung geografiya, kasaysayan, I think, no, hopefully, kasaysayan ng bansang Pilipinas. Those are all parts of what we call cultural heritage. And yun yung primary, take note, that's number one, primary function education. Because walang ibang formal way of transferring those knowledge from one generation to another sa modern or contemporary times other than education. Similarly, education helps individuals to select social roles or ano yung gusto mong maging paglaki mo. So, bata ka pa lang, okay, Jonah, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor when I grow up. So, education, or the specific course, strand na kukunin mo, will help you to to train you to be that particular individual or to pursue that particular career or role that you have chosen. Kung gusto mo maging doktor, if you want to be a doctor, so you need to take the STEM as a strand. Then after graduating for 2 years in senior high school, you need to carry on and go to I think take a 4-year science course, or if you're above average academically, try to take a straight 7-year intermed course. Pre-med is the term pala, sorry. Pre-medical course is biology, it's such, di ko alam iba. But that's the idea. The education tries develop you and train you to pursue that particular social role or career that you want to be when you grow up. Similarly, it's to integrate into the cultural mainstream the various subcultures and identities. It tries to provides us with um, varies understandings of different subcultures and identities na nakapaloob sa kultura na meron tayo. Mas pinapalawak ng edukasyon yung kaalaman natin, yung awareness natin sa ating lipunan. Okay? Ganun yung gustong iparating ng idea na to, that what we know as we grow is not something na yun na lang yun, na steady lang. Na nandito edukasyon para tulungan tayong mas mabigyan ng kaalaman, no? Awareness, to be open-minded to other cultures, other societies, other subcultures, no? To be aware, to at some point to gain respect or have respect na meron talagang differences ang bawat tao. And lastly, to serve as a source of social and cultural innovation. As we try to mold, no, education institutions tries to mold individuals to be who they want to be. At some point, no, yung mga individual na yun ay magiging importanteng bahagi ng lipunan. At some point, they will be a source of social and cultural innovation in a way that schools, no, created inventors, no? Not necessarily created, pero tinulungan nila mag-nurture yung mga future inventors natin, future scientists, future breakthrough scientists, Nobel Prize winners, and similar, no, individuals. So, yun yung purpose nun. Hindi lang sila nagiging mga sikat na scientists, sikat na artistas, sikat na specific dito, intellect at their particular field, no? Meron sila, at some point, they will provide innovations that will help the social and the cultural aspects, no? Socio-cultural aspects of the society. Kasi yung mga innovations naman na ginagawa natin, pagtulong, pagpapaunlad ng lipunan, ay hindi lang yun para yumaman. Well, bahagi na yun. But those are, yun na ginagawa para mas mapabuti, mas mapagaan yung pamumuhay ng bawat tao. At yun yung gustong i-inculcate ng education as a social institution. That we are not creating mere followers, that we're not creating mere pawns. We're creating leaders. We're creating innovators, no? That will take charge in changing the face of the society, of the earth for the better. I hope. Oh, in terms of education, the Philippines nga lang. So, as of July, no, last July 2020, ganito, makikita nyo kung gaano kalungkot yung nangyari due to the pandemic. Although, mas nag-improve naman to, lalo nito nag-October na nag-start yung pasokan sa public. However, the thing is, 21% or more than 6 million, sabihin natin, 6 million, more than 6 million students or former students were not able to enroll. While yes, these are the functions of educational institutions, the reality is, in the Philippines, napakadaming mga na-consider na out-of-school youth. Buti mayroon tayong ALS, Alternative Learning System. However, not everyone ay nag-take nun. At napakadaming mga out-of-school youth. And I don't want to demean, no, them, but there are times that those individuals ay dumadagdag sa dami ng mahihirap. This is a systemic problem. Take note, it's a social institution. So likewise, dahil ito ay social institution, titignan natin to from a more systemic level. Na makikita natin, ang problema dito ay hindi lang dahil dun sa bawat individual na may problema na hindi nakapag-enroll. Kasi 6 million 6 million mga bata ang hindi nakakapagsagot ng kanilang mga modules. 6 million mga bata ang hindi nakapag-take ng kanilang online classes. 6 million mga bata ang walang access sa proper education para mapaunlad ang kanilang mga sarili at mapaunlad ang kanilang mga pamilya. Because that's the reality of education in the Philippines. If you are lucky enough to be born from a middle class family, meron kang option to have that so-called quality education. However, if you're part of that 50%, no, yung kanina, families in the Philippines na nasa lower middle to lower class socioeconomic status ng lipunan, sadly, again, I don't want to demean naman the public institution, but there are cases talaga that siguro kung hindi pa nga, no, sorry, apology dito, kung hindi pa nga nagkaroon ng pandemic, hindi pa maiisip ng Pilipinas na i-upgrade, no, i-utilize yung technology when it comes to education. Kasi sobrang ano pa rin tayo, naka-angkla sa traditional. Again, it's a long road ahead, but ito yung magiging trend as we go on. Napaaga lang talaga lahat yun, napaaga lang. But again, this is a systemic problem, and any systemic problem, more than 6 million, then, because the thing with the Philippine education is, malaking problema when it comes to quality education, lalo pa ngayon. Again, no offense sa sarili ko, but I'm not sure if I'm able to offer you that particular quality education that you deserve, that every cent na binabayad nyo, piso na binabayad nyo. Mabuti kayo, meron tayong access to education. Wait lang. May dumaan. Ay, wala na. Okay. Accessibility through internet access. Kaso kahit kayo, no, kahit tayo may problema sa internet, and we are able to pay. Pero ano pa yung nalagay dito? 45%, no, walang internet access. So nasaan yun? 40 plus, no? 45, 47, 48 million Filipinos, or 61% ng mga households walang proper internet access. Paano pa? And even public schools na mismo walang internet access. Paano yung mga teachers na gustong magturo using online classes? Because aside from providing quality education, or problem in providing quality education, yung access para makuha yung even the minimum education is not present, lalo ngayong panahon ng pandemya. Kahit nung panahong regular, no? 60, 70 sa isang public school classroom. Mainit na sa Pilipinas, pinapainit pa lalo natin. Then, government budget. Well, again, tumataas yung budget for education. However, the sad reality is, kailan pa ito makaka-keep up? Growing demand for education. If we want our country to be a developed nation in the next 20 years or so, kailangan natin ng mga intellectual. Hindi mga taong, hindi lang puro mga workers, no? Hindi lang puro mga workers. Vietnam, no, will eventually take us over in the coming years. Yung budget sana ay para sa ano, no? Para sa what do you call this? Bond paper. Sana. Hindi para sa ibang bagay. Okay? At sabihin naka-PR na yan, mas importante yung mga gagamitin ng mga guro, milyong guro, no? Nagtitis na gumagastos na sa sarili nilang mga pera dahil wala pa rin dumarating ng mga allowance. Bago pa mapataas yung allowance sila, kailangan mo na magkaroon ng pandemya. And similarly yan, tumatawid pa ng ilog or ilang bundok para lang makapasok sa mga paaralan. And even mismatch. Ang dami nating nurse before, ang dami nating gantong specific na courses, no? But sad reality is walang ganong kadaming quality jobs that will cater to those specific courses. Kaya number one na gusto ng mga Pilipino natin, even ako, ay makalis ng bansa. That's the reality. Kasi wala dito yung idea ng success. Not necessarily wala naman, but hindi para sa lahat, no? Yung ideya ng pag-unlad. So next we go to economy and work.